All right, here we go. Another season of the Wolverines Coaches Corner as year number 8 is about to get underway in Tulsa against Booker T. Washington. And Bryan Pratt is with me as always. Coach, I hope you had a good summer.
Had a good summer. As you don't usually stop in the state of Arkansas doing football. So from summer camps, 7-on-7s to spring ball, man, we've been getting it for a while now. It's an opportunity for us to get the season started. We're extremely excited about that and looking forward to being able to kick off year 8.
Tell me a little bit about how you feel about your team coming out of training camp. I know there was the scrimmage last week in Broken Arrow. Just how do you feel about where your team is right now?
Well, I feel like that, anytime you go into a new season, you have to find the identity of your team. As the team that we had last year is gone. And so we went through some of that stuff and trying to find some of our identities and some things that we need to really improve on and work on. And our kids have worked really hard. I mean, 6:30 in the morning workouts during the summer. Our commitment level has been really good. And that feeds over into the way that the season goes. And, going into the scrimmage this last week, we knew that it was going to be a tough scrimmage. Owasso team that played in the state finals, I think 3 of the last 5 years or something like that. We knew they were going to be a really good football team, and Broken Arrow is the same way, and so is Northside. They're extremely athletic, and so you get a chance to go against all of those guys. Our young kids got a chance to go against them, and so that made them better. And then obviously in the game, it's tough when you play a half a game like that because you don't really want to show a whole lot. You want to stay pretty vanilla, and so some things that you might want to could attack and be successful, you want to kind of keep in your pocket as the season starts this week. So we're excited about the opportunity to go get started. And Booker T is a very athletic team, a team that played Jinx in a scrimmage, and everybody knows what type of team Jinx had, and it was tied 7-7 in the last few minutes until Booker T subbed in their JV. So a very quality opponent for us, and be able to measuring stick and see what we need to work on as we get closer to the conference race, which really matters.
And an interesting situation developing with you at quarterback with Jake Casey unable to play. So Dalton Rice takes over. And it sounds like for that situation, you couldn't ask for 2 better young men to be able to handle it as well as they're handling it.
Well, we can look back all the way until our first year here, and they were 5th graders. And those 2 are my quarterback in 7-on-7, along with Collier DeClerc, who now plays defensive end for us and tight end for us. He's a really good player as well. So all 3 of those kids were with me since they were 5th graders. And, Jake has always had the upper hand during those times, and Dalton has done whatever we ask him to do and try to do what's best for the team. One of the most selfless people that we've had on our team in quite some time. And so when we got the news that Jake was told by a doctor he didn't need to play anymore because of concussion he got in a car wreck, it really gave Dalton the opportunity to step up. And Dalton's a kid last year that started in the Harbor game for us when Jake was hurt, and he threw 4 touchdown passes, and he got Player of the Week in Northwest Arkansas. So he's a kid that's really put in the time, and now it's his time to have the stage. And the one cool thing about Jake being out is he's still at every practice for us. He's a signaler for our offense. So he's highly involved with it, and it's cool to listen to him talk to Dalton and even some of the young quarterbacks that we have and try to help them and coach them. It says a lot about his character and what type of kid he is. And then Dalton to be able to get the opportunity now with all the time and effort he's put in. He brings a little bit different quarterback to the table. Jake's more of a tall pocket quarterback. Not really a runner that much, where Dalton is about 6'2", 205, and he's physical as far as running. So it gives us some avenues to look at as far as using our quarterback in the run game a little bit more. And then he's doing a good job of reading the defenses, et cetera. So all in all, I think it's a plus. I think our kids trust him and believe in him. And so I couldn't ask for a better situation with that.
As far as your defense goes, Coach Pratt, I would imagine this week and particularly next week with Cabot, stopping the run, is that a point of emphasis for your guys?
That is a really big emphasis. I don't think we did that very well against Owasso. I don't think we tackled very well, and so that's one good thing when you have a scrimmage against a good team and they show your weakness is something that you need to really work on. So you're exactly right. Feeding into this week and especially next week and going into our conference race, you better be able to stop the run. You better be able to make tackles, and so that is a point of emphasis. The same thing with us running the football offensively. If we're going to be successful this year, we got to be able to run the football. And we've got to be able to stop the run.
All right, Coach. We look forward to the game tonight. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.